I have the honor of being her mentor in the program. She has been a volunteer at Living, and she's been on the phones helping the clients doing the hard stuff, praying with the clients. She joined the Jobs for Life so she could see how this program changes lives, because she wants to be a counselor one day, and she wants to know all the tools she needs to be a successful counselor. Would you please welcome our newest board member, Brittany.
I'd like to thank everyone for investing your time and love in the name of Christ. I came in contact with the movement that is Love in the Name of Christ as a student volunteering for University of Phoenix. My husband and I will have lived here for a year next month. Moving from California meant leaving everything and everyone we know and clinging only to each other. It was scary at first, but looking back now, I am sure it was all a part of God's plan. After months of adjusting to working and going to school in a new place, I started to notice something was missing. So I prayed and I asked God to reveal my new home church. When the time came to find a site, I filtered the list and I included Spanaway, Kiwala, and Tacoma. The name Love immediately stood out to me. And just one site visit and I knew Love in the Name of Christ was exactly where I wanted to be. When Sherry found out my career goal was to become a marriage and family therapist, she suggested that I participate in the Jobs for Life program so that I can see the way that the program is transforming the lives of individuals by combining job skills training and the Word of God. And I thought to myself, how perfect could this get? Not only was Jobs for Life scheduled on one of the days I had already requested off, but it was biblically based. I sought the Word of God, and here was my opportunity, so I said, sign me up. In the program, each student is assigned a mentor, and it made perfect sense that Sherry would be my mentor, being that I'd be volunteering in the clearinghouse every Monday and Wednesday. I could not wait to start helping the clients. Listening to others so that they can heal through expressing themselves emotionally is my calling. My time at Love's Clearinghouse was spent helping people through some of the toughest times an individual can experience. Expectant mothers without a thing to give their child, an elder couple who needed help to trim a tree before it could fall and damage their home, and 82 families who were adopted for the holidays. My favorite part of client intake was closing in prayer. After 3 months of volunteering, not one client declined. Prayer requests included health, strength, wealth, protection, deliverance, peace, confirmation, direction, and resolution, just to name a few. The clearinghouse is the heartbeat of Love in the Name of Christ. Because client intake is more than just recording information. It's hearing a person's story when they need to tell it the most. It's listening for the pain points in their lives so we can provide vital resources. These resources are things that can be taken for granted on a daily basis: food, water, shelter, and even safety. The most beautiful story I encountered was a young lady who used her only Christmas wish that was being sponsored by her high school to pay bills to take away from her mom's stress. While other children are more concerned with gifts for the holidays, this young girl thought about her mother's worries and her family's well-being. That's love. Jobs for Life and the Clearinghouse are just two of many things that I love about Love in the Name of Christ. This movement could not function without the joint cooperation of each team member. I like to call them the ladies of love. Kat, Sarah, Sheila, Sherry, and McKenna. I love what a wonderful speaker Kat is and how she uses her gift to instruct Jobs for Life students. I love how big Sherry's heart is, and I love how big Sarah's heart is and how she taught me to use discernment to protect my own big heart. I love how informative, helpful, and organized Sheila is, and how her gifts are used to run Love's Treasury and to welcome, prepare, and guide Jobs for Life students through the program. I love how selfless, determined, and faithful Sherry is. It's her trust and obedience in God that has brought us all together. During a student mentor exercise in Jobs for Life, Sherry and I realized we both love arts and crafts. We got together one day and we painted. That was a day I truly enjoyed because I felt like I had finally taken time out to do something that I loved. Painting for me is so relaxing, even when my painting doesn't come out looking anything like the instructors. In my walk of faith, I have noticed how blessed I was to be raised in a church that focused on God's love versus living a God-fearing life. I have seen the negative impact that having a fear of God can have on the life of a babe in Christ. While volunteering, I was given a chance to spend time with like-minded individuals who can testify to the goodness of God and His unconditional love. That is why I did not hesitate when Sherry offered me a chair on the board of directors. Being a board member meant investing time and training. So far, I have completed the Defining Difference, which taught me how love is set apart from other nonprofits by its method, which is reaching out and listening to every client's story to transform one life at a time. And people raising, which emphasizes the importance of involving the community in God's movements by offering an opportunity to invest resources, time, and effort. I'm so glad I decided to do the Jobs for Life program because it led me to rediscovering my fire for the Word of God, and it reminded me that above all things, I should seek first the kingdom of God. It became my connection to the Word of God exactly when I needed it. I believe that the material had a similar effect on others in the class as well, because when Sherry offered to do an Experiencing God Bible study to all students and mentors, 13 people signed up. I appreciate my experiences as a volunteer in Love in the Name of Christ. It led me to Jobs for Life, and it inspired me to search for a home church. I also got experience firsthand the transformations that occur in the Jobs for Life program. At this time, I would like to invite the students of the most recent Jobs for Life program. Please come up. A couple of weeks into the class, we did an exercise that asked us to write 2 to 3 adjectives on the whiteboard to describe how we felt our first night in class. So as you can see, a lot of the adjectives were negative. Annoyed. Some people felt doubt. Some people felt alone, fearful, and abandoned. We did this same exercise at the end of class to describe how we feel now that we've completed the program. Looking pretty good to me. My favorite part.